In Volume 6 of the Reading Blue Mountain and Northern, we'll view freight operations from June of 1993 to April of 1995. In the early 1990s, the Reading and Northern began loading culm from Swatara to be burned at the cogen power plant at Nesquehoning. To make the long reversing trip easier and more efficient, they employed the practice of using power on both ends of the train. During this time, the Reading and Northern also picked up a variety of new businesses, including World Resources and others. We'll view the culm trains, including derailments, as well as a visit to Reading Anthracite to observe the loading of coal for QIT. We'll then ride along on the Jeddo job from Port Clinton to Jeddo and return. Finally, we'll witness the Reading and Northern's purchase and painting of the fleet of hoppers for QIT loading in early 1995. As usual, Big Mike and Eddie Heck provide the commentary.
There's the painters working. I think they were from the Ardmore School of Art, because you can see how well they paint.
We'll begin at Port Clinton with culm train operations. An empty culm train will shove to Swatara to be loaded. Once loaded, the train will make the winding trip to the cogen plant at Nesquehoning.
This is Monday, June 21st, 1993. You're looking at our first unit culm train to Panther Creek. The train will be moving north along the Little Schuylkill Branch caboose first up to Hawks, where it'll join the Carbon and Schuylkill Railroad, and it'll run engine first all the way down to the Panther Creek unloading site.
So this is one of the first culm trains, June 21st, 93. Shane Fredrickson is the engineer, shoving the train with a caboose, going to Swatara to be loaded. This is June 25th, 93. Again, Al dropping them off and pull the culm train by. But this time we got smarter. We put an engine on the north end so you could ride better. There's the engine on the end.
This is South Tamaqua on the Little Schuylkill Branch. Our second major derailment. Unfortunately, it was the culm train. We figure one of the cars came off on the curve down there on the left of the picture.
The hook is getting organized to go up to Zaner's. It's the old Valley Sayre hook that was bought off of Conrail. There's Jeff Seidel. He's going to be the wreck master. Here's a southbound coal train coming in Leesport. This is one of the first coal trains that we weighed ourselves. Conrail wasn't going to weigh the coal anymore, so we had to build a scale at North Reading, right by Tucker. Here's the new scale with the camera. I weighed myself first. I weighed 325. Then I got back on the train, and now we're going to weigh the train. You had to go at a steady 2 or 3 miles an hour to weigh the train right. There's Tyler and myself waving at Bev in the camera. Craig Worley would get off and make like he's pushing the train over. Now we're at the Reading Anthracite office. Eddie Heck was up there watching how they load QIT. They loaded it much like they did in 1930s. They were shoving the empty coal cars up, then they drift empties down next to the loader and load them with Euclid trucks. Come on, boys, top her off.
September 1st, 1993, and the Reading and Northern's West Cressona Yard in Cressona, PA. This is loading new business for World Resources from Pottsville.
Next, we'll ride along with Big Mike and Greg Gunshore on the Jeddo job, from Port Clinton to Jeddo and return.
August 10th, 94. Me and Gunny, Greg Gunshore, were called for a Jeddo job with 4 pumps to go up and get coal out of Jeddo. Dale Woodland rode along and took these movies. Hats off to Dale. Coming into the New Ringgold. This is Webster, the south end of the Atlas, Power Works. There's the Makwa Tunnel. It's starting at a 3% grade. You can see the valley track going over Route 309 at McAdoo. When we get by this switch, we're on Conrail territory. So watch your P's and Q's. Now we're going through the town of Hazleton. Our mission was to pull 20 loads of QIT out of Jeddo. Now we're leaving Jeddo. Racing in Euclid. You can see Greg there doing his wheelie in the second unit. Going up through town, home of the Hazleton Hemorrhoid Clinic. The boys from Ardmore know all about that. Here's a stone train coming through Miller's Crossing. The stone cars will be set off on the south end of Port Clinton Siding. $3,300 and the $2,397 are heading south with the Reading turn. And that's the end. We'll see you again next time.